All right, people. We have Samson. I saw a picture of this. Like, hey, this look interesting. I wanted to know if there's any video. Found a video. This
Hi,
recent
welcome
one.
back
So
to
let's
another
check it out.
development diary for Samson at Tyndallston Story.
So like he's
Today
driving
we'll
or
be looking
something.
at the city design and vehicle
this kind
design.
of driving
My
is
name
this?
is Piotr Kopsch. I'm a
Yeah, let's
concept
check it
artist at
out.
Liquid Swords, and I'll be taking you through
Liquid
the city.
swords.
So one of the toughest challenges in designing the city as an artist was finding the balance between the gameplay and the visuals in the city,
Oh,
because
what the
we're
hell
at the
was
same
that?
time trying to make a city that you subconsciously can understand as a consumer, that you've experienced on the day-to-day life,
For
but
sure.
at the same time we want to make an engaging game.
Nice.
We had multiple strategies
that
to
fighting
achieve
could
that.
use some
One
work.
of which was to make sure that the metrics that we were using were established early
fight
on,
there
that
and
we
shit.
set them in stone, that we wouldn't
There's a bunch of
end
video
up changing
clippers.
them later down the
Them
line.
fighting random
So
air.
the metrics essentially are the measurements of various pieces. So the doorway has to have a specific height, a hallway has to have a specific width. If you do
Sure.
everything very realistic, you can have very narrow corridors, which can cause a lot of problems for either the camera which is following, or if you're supposed to have a fight there. When you shove characters, then things will start
That's why
flipping
sometimes
into
you have
walls,
zoom out
everything
cameras
will just start
sometimes
falling
in
apart.
games. As you engage into
We were
bigger
heavily
fights.
inspired by northeastern
Like Yakuza is prime example of that. Like you literally playing the Yakuza game, you'll see the camera like pan out a little bit when you fight some people. Don't stay in behind the curtains all the time while fighting. So yeah.
American cities from the 90s.
That's
So
how you can picture
New
that.
York, Philadelphia. We had a lot of photos from the era which were amazing, which had a lot of character, which really set the tone for the project. But then also we had three
say
art direction
some-
pillars that really kept on going
I
back.
feel like some developers don't do that. They don't like do their homework sometimes. I feel like when they say stuff like that, I'm like, there's other games that solve that problem, right? You ain't the only like newcomer on the block to solve a camera problem, you know. There's games that don't solve it and they turn to shit, and there's other games that look at other games and say, oh, we could do with that what they did, or do even improve ours, be even better, you know.
And we used to filter through all the photos and
Yeah.
the references and to inspire and to amplify the work. And those were statement, violence, and parasiticism. Statement was all about big, bold splashes,
Sure.
essentially having a big mural on the wall about the city.
Yeah.
Then
Yeah, give it, like,
we had
life or
violence, which was the representation of how the city was violent, how everything had a story, that there was a person, there was a fight, things were
backstab
cracked,
looks so funny.
nothing was really pristine or new.
And like he
And
freezes
lastly, with parasitic
time
is
and step back.
the term we had for the sort of
Look at that,
greed
right.
and the corruption in the city, that the
Like it turns
difference
to
in wealth
Patrick
and
or some shit.
equality, just exploring those sort of themes of injustice. So I think the most exciting thing for players to find in the game
But yeah, I'm not
is just
having.
all the
The
nooks and
vibe
crannies
looks
that we've
great.
put in a lot of love and attention into.
Yeah.
There's a lot of areas where maybe we don't have any specific gameplay that pulls you there, but they're interesting to explore regardless. So
Well, yeah, the
I'm really looking forward
exploration
to
of the
when people
game
will
looks
be able
nice to me.
go there.
It's just that the fighting might have to be different. I don't know. It might change that fight a little bit or something, or
My name
fix it a
is
little bit.
Damian Księżypolski, and I'm a vehicle
Driving
artist
artist.
here at
All right,
Liquid Swords.
driving dev. All right.
So when we started the project, we had to look at cars that were pretty common in like the 90s, but we had to take a look at what cars were active 10, maybe 15 years ago. And we had to take inspirations from those kind of eras to make that fit into both the narrative and the
Or you
aesthetics
can,
of the
you know,
city. We can
play a
take a
game
lot
called
of
Driver,
inspirations
maybe.
from existing cars, but the cars in their design is mostly ours now. And we had quite a lot of liberty when it came to that. Because if we were working on real brands, we wouldn't have any type of freedom.
Oh yeah, for sure.
There's a
You
lot
have
of
to pay 'em,
challenge that comes with the
for
freedom.
sure.
Because you need to stay true to what people have seen or can relate to when they look at these cars. They can't look at a
I
car
don't look
and
at
go
that
like,
type
"Oh,
of car. I'm
looks-
thinking of RoboCop. I
that
really
looks
do.
weird." But we want them to
Every
look
time I
at the
see that
cars and
type
go,
of car
"Oh,
with police, so
kinda
like, yep, that's
recognize
RoboCop
that.
car.
The one car that actually went through a very dramatic transformation was Samson's car. We had settled at first
Damn, that environment
at
looks
a
good.
standard four-door sedan it felt too everyday.
That's like
your
water
average
constantly
Joe
in this
just
road.
sat in his
Goddamn,
car
pouring down
driving
rain
to
or some
work.
shit.
And that did not fit him as a person at all. And eventually we were like, I think it's time for us to do a proper car for Samson. There was no hassle working with that car. Everything was pretty straightforward, but it worked. We got it in, and it just looks so differently from all of the other cars. It has attitude.
I mean, that's usually
It's
how
definitely
GTA
the magnum
escapes from
opus.
doing, you know, realistic cars, you know.
All cars deform
Make your own
differently, especially
cars.
throughout the ages. All we knew was that we
Or
kind
have
of
cars
wanted
that look
a
similar
little
to
bit of
realistic
mayhem,
cars.
and we wanted these brutal takedowns. We wanted you to have the car as a
Damn.
tool.
Okay.
And that was a lot of work between me and our VFX guy, Oscar.
Hey,
He was the one that uplifted the whole thing, that made it so much more impactful. So when you smash a car, they start to tumble, they go full James Bond mode. When we got that first
Yeah, like
big
Burnout.
roll and they flew into a pillar, that's when we knew that we got it.
yeah, like freaking Burnout. It was like somebody was playing Burnout. Inspired by some Burnout going on.
Thank you for watching. If you want to keep up to date
All
or
right.
discuss what
Yeah,
you've
driving
seen,
don't look
join
bad
our
either.
Discord.
I think the fighting
follow
is
us
the
on social
main
media.
would be the main problem for the game to me. April. Yeah. Yeah, the environment looked good so far. Like I said, if you have the problem with the camera, I see, like, maybe it's because it might be on shaky cam or something, but yeah, like, was he when he hit the dude right there? I don't know. You should either have a auto lock system on or like something that he can actually lock onto when you fighting a person, because that's gonna be odd fighting somebody. You try to step back and you have Samson hit dude and dude just already did one hit, or he kicks you in the side or something. Oh, that's just like a straight one-on-one type of thing with it. Yeah, see, it's like somebody just walk up to you and you can't block enough, and you gotta let him hit you first and then correct yourself. So yeah, I don't know about the fighting yet. Let's see. Like, you just got your sucker punch first, and then yeah, then you get into fight mode. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see how that goes. But anyway, it looks the environment looks good. Driving is not bad. Fighting is but yeah, so far everything else other than the fighting looks good to me. But we'll see. We shall freaking see. Let's rock.